SimLicy here, so welcome back to another collab, and this time it's a collab between me and 3 other simmers. So it's a group collab, and it's a world outdoor mall. So what makes it a world mall is that it's divided into 4 sections, and each section has a particular theme that's supposed to represent a different part of the world. So there's the American section, which is the theme that I'm working on right here. And then there's also an Indian, Moroccan inspired section, Japanese and Chinese, and then there is a Mexican Spanish style section too. So yeah, the other people that are in this collab, I will link all their information in the description box, but the organizer was Chrissy York, and she doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she does have a Twitter account. She's super active on there. She's always building and creating sims and sharing lots of stuff on there, so I will definitely link that so you can go check her out on there, and yeah, follow her, she's awesome. Also there is Sugar Plum Sims. She does have a YouTube channel, so I will link that in the description box so you can go check out her part of the collab and go check out all of her other stuff as well. And then the other person was Sammy Simmer, and she's, I think, mostly active on Twitch, so I will link that in the description, but she also has a YouTube channel, so I will link that as well. So yeah, you can go check out everybody's stuff. But yeah, so a world outdoor mall. I hope you guys like this. It's super cluttered, there's tons of stuff, and we were supposed to sort of model it obviously off of our particular place in the world. So when I started thinking about the American section, I was like, well, what do I think of when I think of like an outdoor market or something that's very American? I thought of picnics in the park with like little booths, with like people selling their own artwork and people selling like different little crafts and items like that, maybe some organic food like a farmer's market. So I tried to blend that all in. So I decided to build a gazebo because every like sort of market I go to has live music, like whether it's like a little festival that is selling things or like a farmer's market. Maybe not all farmer's market have live music, but there's usually some sort of noise, I guess. Maybe not live, but they're playing music somewhere. And so I decided to add a little gazebo with a little stage so we can go perform for the people, and if they want to sit down they can have a picnic on these little I assume they're blankets, but they're actual rugs in the game, but we're gonna call them little blankets. And I put little picnic baskets and chairs and little decorations that I thought looked picnicky. And then these booths right here are the American themed versions in the game that came with the City Living expansion pack. So each little section has a different little food booths that sort of represent that part of the world. So yeah, that's pretty fun. And I also tried to, I don't know, kind of make it look a little bit lush, since I did imagine my section to be more of a park than, I don't know, I just really thought that was very American, because when I was first thinking of like a food place that is very American, I thought of like a diner, and I was like, I don't think I could make a diner look good in an outdoor market type setting. So yeah, I definitely went with the park theme. So hopefully you guys like that, and hopefully it looks somewhat American. I mean, it's a pretty generic look probably, but yeah, the other ones are so cool, and yeah, I'm a little bit envious that I chose the American section, because I think it's probably a little bit bland, because like the various like Indian and Moroccan cultures is very stylish, and so is like the Chinese and Japanese, and the Spanish style is very cool and very interesting. So yeah, you'll definitely have to go see the other parts, because I can't wait to see what all they've done. I mean, I downloaded the finished version into my game and got to look at it and stuff, but there's nothing like seeing somebody actually build it and what they have to say about it. That's one of the things I enjoy most about watching people's videos, or you know, anything like that. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to seeing that. But I put lots of these lights up because they're really pretty, and I thought it would look nice and kind of frame my area. And plus, a couple of the other people in the collab did that as well. But yeah, I thought the sort of more fairy lights looked a little bit more American than any sort of like lanterns or anything like that. Lanterns are definitely more other cultures. So yeah, I sort of tried to frame pathways and try to separate the little areas. So there's the picnic and stage area, there's this little art area, and the art area was very much, I was thinking of like, if any of you have ever been to Venice Beach, or any sort of, maybe Santa Monica where they have the 3rd Street Promenade, or any city that has sort of a promenade area with like street performing, and then they have the different little booths where people sell their personal crafts. That's what I was thinking for this area, and it's been very American in my experience. to see this, where people just are painting pictures right there and selling them as soon as they're done. Or maybe you could sit down and have your portrait painted, or get your face painted, or they're making things out of sticks and leaves. Like, I'll see that a lot along the coast, like people taking palm trees and stripping the leaves and making different little patterns and things. So I just tried to find things in the game that I thought looked handmade, like a little bit more personal, without being like the woodworking stuff, because obviously those look handmade, but I wanted them to look a little bit more colorful and stuff. So yeah, I picked items that I thought worked for that. And so like the new Parenthood pack came with the little toothpick, or not toothpick, the popsicle stick flower holder that looks like it was handmade, and there's also the plates that look like they were hand painted. So I add those later on, but I thought that looked pretty cute and made a little bit of sense to me. And yeah, hopefully you guys like that and see what I was trying to go with that. And I really like the landscaping in this build. Like, I don't know, I think it looks really pretty and it looks really natural, and I don't know, I just like the combination of flowers I chose. I think it looks really nice. And I also tried to add lots of seating, and there's also a couple barbecue pits, because I don't know, is American very barbecue, or is barbecue very American? I think barbecue's pretty American, so I did try to add a couple of barbecues and picnic tables, and of course the people picnicking or sitting at the little the picnic cloths can sit there and watch the music and eat some hamburgers and hot dogs and all the sort of American type treats. But yeah, and then over in this little section, I do add more of what I thought of being as sort of the farmer's market area. So I put some food, and I put some books, and I put a clothing section, because each of our sections was supposed to have 2 mannequins, and I totally spaced dressing mine, which is such a derpy dumb thing, because I was like looking back on our chat, and I was like, oh, we were supposed to dress them, so I totally forgot to dress them. And but yeah, obviously for American clothing, probably just pants and a t-shirt, maybe some shorts and a t-shirt. Nothing very exciting, nothing very cultural, probably nothing very bright, just you know, some Levi's and a shirt. That's very American, I think. And I always forget to use these cute little chairs that came with outdoor retreat. I'm so tongue-tied today. I'm like, I'm recording this on the same day that I just recorded my modern minimalist house, and I stayed up super late, so I've been like drinking coffee and trying to be productive, and I'm just so tired. So if I do mess up my words or sound a little bit blah or derpy or whatever, I'm exhausted. I stayed up too late. But anyways, so yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well. I've had kind of a weird couple of days. My fish died, and I've been really sad about it. Like, I know it's just a fish, but I miss him, and then I don't know, it's really sad. So I've been trying to not let it get me down, and I cleaned out his fish tank, and I just need to move it. And I think the problem is that I didn't dechlorinate his water. I didn't realize that I had to dechlorinate it, which is probably a dumb thing that I didn't realize. But because I mean, obviously if the fish lives in the natural environment, it's not going to be chlorinated like city drinking water. And I did everything else that I researched and looked up how to take care of him, and I guess I missed that. So I feel really guilty and really sad. So but yeah, anyways, so don't want to talk about that. It makes me so sad. Anyways, so this is a sort of farmer's market area. So I put some of the debug items, that is like the fruit and the vegetables, and some of the seed packets and these coffee bags. So this could be some very organic hipster coffee that you could come and get at the little outdoor market. And then a fireworks, of course, because even though fireworks are very Chinese and very Eastern, in the United States we definitely celebrate fireworks, especially this time of the year, especially 4th of July, which is the day I'm recording. And yeah, it's very, very American, at least this time of the season, and for New Year's. And I mean, everybody loves fireworks, right? I think all over the world people love fireworks, so had to include those. And books, just because why not? And I really like those little stack of books. They're really cute. And then this is going to be the little clothing section, and this I was building this right after Parenthood came out, so I just saw those little pictures on there, and I was like, whoa, cool, what are those? Because I hadn't seen those items before, the debug pictures. I think they get posted on the little family board. Yeah, I think that's post about. I don't know. I still haven't got much gameplay with that yet, but I was gonna add a bathroom, and then I remembered that I didn't need to because at the end, Sammy comes through and she finishes the central courtyard area and then adds bathrooms. So there's also one other bathroom I think that Chrissy added, so it's an actual toilet and not a stall, but Sammy adds a stall, so we're all good with bathrooms on this lot. And yeah, this lot was a pretty fun lot to visit. I did visit it with a few Sims. They'll be in the screenshots, but yeah, it was a little bit hard though for my computer to run. I mean, once I have an actual desktop and not my laptop, it'll probably run just fine, but my laptop was struggling with all this clutter, and pretty much any time I try to build or do anything on a super large lot, like I have to keep it pretty less, or not very cluttered to run smoothly. But yeah, so I was also thinking about, I cut it out, but I was thinking about building something to kind of shelter this area, but I ended up not going with it because it looked a little bit awkward, and usually we just didn't really have the right item, I felt, to kind of enclose it, if you know what I mean. Like usually people, when they have sort of like an outdoor market or flea market or whatever you want to call it, they usually have some sort of shade over top of them, like a tent, but we didn't really have the right sort of like canopy type thing, and I tried putting walls around it and then creating like a roof, and it didn't look right, so I did cut that out. But I think if we had an item like that in the game, that would look pretty cool. Like, yeah, one of those like 4-poster canopy shelter tent type things is what I was thinking. But yeah, I just couldn't get it to work, so. But I add a few more things around this little organic food stand. So I add some little gardening supplies and a couple, yeah, just little knickknacks that I thought looked really cute. But I thought this looked really nice. But yeah, and then we have a cash register since it is technically a store and supposed to run like a store. But like I said, on this lot, because I think it's actually what do you call those? National park. You can't change it, which is really frustrating, and I wish we didn't have any restrictions on changing any of the lots. Like I wish, like I think there's a mod or so to change that. Like I know there's one that you can use to let your Sims live at the what's that big estate thing, the museum in Windenburg, what is that place called? You know what I mean, the one that's like the big house that's like a museum. I can't think of the name of it, but anyways, you can't live there, but I think there's a mod that lets you live there, so maybe there's a mod that'll let you change change the other lots when you can't change them, like these ones, the specialty lots. But anyway, so I'm just adding a few more items that I thought looked, hand painted, handcrafted, kind of cute. And yeah, there's some places for Sims to hang up some artwork and some easels to do some painting, and yeah, the live music area. So and then I add tons of seating, so there's lots of areas for your Sims to sit down and eat the American food and listen to the music and buy all the other stuff, and yeah, and all the other different little sections, the Moroccan Indian section, the Spanish section, and the Chinese section. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to go check out the other parts of the collab, and yeah, please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Alright, bye!